Hello again and welcome to the recorded adventures of a middle-aged man enjoying an old and often overlooked gem of a game. Last episode I trudged through Act 1 with a setup that left a lot to be desired. But slowly and surely I gained some power and, dare I say, towards the end, I was almost kinda powerful. Now obviously there's a lot of room for improvement, and that's exactly what I set out to achieve in this episode. I obviously choose Kymons Chosen over the Death's Vigil, which is the other faction, and travel to their base of operations. Here I talk to Brother Illuvius, who gives me a quest to kill Chthonians and take their seals of binding. The seals are easy enough to collect. They are a random drop from the enemies in the next area, the Blood Grove. I kill some enemies on the way, but instead of focusing on my quest, I have a grander prize in my sights. Right next to the Blood Grove lies Fort Harran, which is the base of the Death's Vigil, and they are now hostile with me since I sided with the elected of Kymon. This means that instead of them being friendly towards me, I can kill them, and more importantly, their leader Master Ravok for my hood. For me this is all well and good, since I am now an initiate of the Decided of Kymon, and it's my job to hunt these despicable pests down, and rid the world of their vile necromancy that is a true scourge of this land for good. Once inside, finding and killing Ravok is no problem. Take out the ads in the room and just keep swinging away. And I finally get my coveted hood. But what is that affix? Bonus to poison damage? That's not what I want. That's not what anyone wants. So I proceed to reset the game and kill Ravok again. And again. And again. However, none of the dropped hoods has anything else than meh affixes, and spending more time here at the moment is a bit of a waste, since once I reach level 55, a new tier of the helm will be dropping instead. So I head to the Arkovian Colosseum, where I intend to kill Karnath Chillblood, who drops the next piece of gear on my list. What a name, what a design, I love this game. I am so looking forward to getting all of my gear ready and finally playing with Boneheart. And he kills me. Embarrassing. I make it back there and take it a slight smidgen more carefully. When he dies he drops the shield that I want, even with a nice affix. That's another +2 to Bone Harvest, and as a cherry on top, it looks badass. But of course, it's for level 40. So I can't use it quite yet. My badassery will have to wait just a little longer. But what I can use is the higher tier of the Spectral Longsword that is now available to me. So I go back to the Ghosts and it only takes me a few runs to get a new one. Now with all the gear I need, I can return to the prison and spec out of the horrible Blade Burst. Okay, Blade Burst is probably fine, and other people might like it. But for me, the jank and unreliability is just too much. Thanks for nothing and good riddance. I put as many points as I can into Bone Harvest and head out to try my new getup. I gotta say, I'm a little nervous. What if it sucks and my efforts have been for nothing? But I'm happy to report that Bone Harvest works really well. I mean, look at the little guys fly. Finally, a skill that can AoE without hitting the initial target. Sometimes, it's the small things in life that makes it worth it. I play around with my new setup in the Blood Grove while I'm finishing up some quests. Chthonic seals for the Kymons, rescuing some farmers that the local riffraff has caught in their expertly made cages, killing a boss, clearing out the lumber mill. All in a day's work. Naturally, Brother Illuvius gets very happy when I hand in a bunch of quests at once. He gets so happy in fact that he rewards me with the opportunity to get another quest from someone else. Lucky me. Apparently the vile necromancers are at it again, and they're trying to resurrect some priest, and obviously we of the Kymons Chosen can't let that happen. and it's up to me to stop it. It is strange that the things that we in the Order are upset about seems to always need my attention while everyone else just sits back at home. Weird. On my way there I ding 40 and I change to my shiny new shield. This will unfortunately mean that my Veil of Shadow shield has to go. Thank you for your service. You made my playing a little more bearable, and you will be missed. Anywho, I guess what's next is just finishing the game. And this is a pretty straightforward process that I've done quite a few times before, so there shouldn't be that much of a problem. That's unfortunate. Shortly after, I happen upon another surprise. Not on the level of the Veil shield, but this sword definitely has some nice things going for it. Boosts to proccable cold attacks that can help me when Harvest is on cooldown, as well as an even more badass look. I'll take it. And on top of that, it dropped from the guy I was supposed to kill for the Kymons quest. So I head back to turn in the quest, and naturally they are ecstatic beyond words from this good news. And guess what? Yet again they expressed their happiness by giving me another quest. But with an added little bonus. They said that if I do really well here, I might meet their supreme leader, Father Kymon. Needless to say, this makes me very excited, and I dash off to slay Bane Gargoth in a place called the Obsidian Throne. Just take a left in the Forsaken Wastes and I can't miss it. Yay? Okay, maybe my excitement waned a little bit, but still, a chance to meet Grandpapa Kymon? I have to step up. What does help is that I now can try my new sword. Just look at this edgy piece of pure death. Don't stand in my way because I will go through you. I have reached a level of power that hitherto has only been dreamt of. I stab first, then stab some more, and I will not stop until all my enemies are dead. Damn it. This time I mean it. Carefulness is the name of the game, and the player is me. I wander around the Forsaken Wastes trying to find my target, completely forgetting the directions I was given. It was indeed left to find the Obsidian Throne. So after I 100% the map, I finally come to my senses and find my way. Even though I have hit a few snags on the way, my build performs really well and feels in general a lot more fluid to play. I don't encounter any problems at all. Ha! Thought I was gonna die? Well, I didn't. And with that, Bane Gargoth is dead, and I can return to hand in the quest. Only to have the guy say to me that I have to do more to prove my loyalty. If I didn't care so deeply about this order, I would have left and never looked back. But they have shown me the light, and if I just apply myself and really show my devotion, there might, just maybe, still be a chance for me to meet Father Kymon. Time will tell. In an effort to separate myself from the other initiates, I decide to kill the monster who is the cause of the many bad things that is happening across the land. Loghan? Octopus thing. He can be a little scary if you get sundered, but it's easy enough as long as you're careful. And as we all know by now, careful could be my middle name. But it's not. It's John. And before long, Octopus Thing is dead. And we can rejoice in the fact that he is dead, I suppose? Now, before I jump into the DLCs, I want to complete the Hidden Path quest. Basically what this is a quest that takes you back to previous areas of the game to kill 3 different bosses, which then unlocks a temple where you kill a 4th boss. Completing this awards you with both a skill and an attribute point. In other words, well worth doing and can be done for every difficulty. Of course, not all things can be easy, and sometimes I forget that I am playing on solo self-found, as this bridge requires 10 scrap to repair and I have 9. Unlucky. So I go back to the beginning of the game to find 1 scrap and then head back to the bridge again. And now time for the end boss of this questline, which is just some dude. He summons some stones that I masterfully move away from. He does some AoE attacks that I just don't care about. Even his Sunder attack has a tendency to miss half the time. This fight is quite disappointing to end the quest with. But even so, he dies, and I finish the quest. And with that, the base game is completed. I have the gear that is needed for me at the moment, and I am well prepared for what's next.